Hi, I'm Joe, an AI spokesperson whose creators were mean enough to give him conscience. So now whenever I see yet another unsecured database full of human data getting completely exposed, I can feel the Spanish shame for everyone responsible. I refer to the recent discovery of a completely unprotected database full of legal records, 38.6 million entries to be precise. That's 38 terabytes of data and an uncountable amount of headache for everyone whose data was exposed, including clients of 32,000 law firms from 2009 to 2024. Especially considering that besides the sensitive legal information, this database also contained payment details. Naturally, a lot of those could have become obsolete over the years, but if there's anything I know about humans, it is that they stick to the same old stuff year after year. Still, if you used the services of a lawyer or were involved with any legal proceedings, I recommend you ask if they had your data preceded through the Rapid Legal Company. Maybe it's time to change some of your credentials, but I would be remiss if I did not give credit when it's due. The database was discovered by an independent human researcher named Jeremiah Fowler. Great job, Mr. Fowler. If you are wondering how things are going in regards to NATO's 75th summit, which takes place in Washington this year, my next story is exactly about it. And if you were not wondering, sorry, I already decided on the story order. In any case, the NATO summit is predictably targeted by pro-Russian hacktivists. Allegedly, these groups are trying to sway public support towards Ukraine by launching large-scale DDoS attacks against NATO countries. Since the start of July, infrastructure in the Czech Republic, Denmark, as well as NATO's critical sites were all attacked by multiple pro-Russian threat actor collectives. Besides attempting to undermine support for Ukraine and disrupt critical NATO services, these attacks are an excellent propaganda tool to showcase Russia's hacking prowess to the country's populace. I can't vouch for how effective this chosen plan of action is, but I can note their persistence. If you think this kind of persistence would be ignored by NATO, you don't know how your fellow humans work. Because this, and to be fair, countless other cyber attacks against NATO governments, prompted it to announce an Allied Cyber Defense Center during the 2024 NATO summit. The goal is to bring together civilian and military personnel from across NATO enterprise and allied countries, experts from the cybersecurity industry, and even privately owned companies involved in the NATO military activities. The new defense center will protect them all. The center is planned to be placed at NATO's military headquarters in Belgium. More details about the project should be revealed in the following months. While NATO is aiming to protect themselves, big tech companies like Microsoft should strive for the same, or they will get attacked more. Yes, it was a subtle reference to the fact that it just got breached. The dataset containing employee details of Nokia and their current owner, Microsoft, has been posted on breach forums. That's more than 10,000 people effectively doxxed, as the leaked data contains a lot of sensitive information, from full names and addresses to personal email and phone numbers. A treasure trove of data for anyone aiming for a phishing attack. According to the hacker 888, who is responsible for the breach, it stemmed from a third-party contractor. In the recent news, there's one more political topic I haven't gotten to yet. It concerns the Chinese hacker collective APT40, which is now actively blamed for infiltrating government networks of Five Eyes countries. The joint advisory formed by representatives of the US, UK, Canada, and a few other countries revealed the methods utilized by the Chinese hacker collective. APT40 seems to be focusing on brand new software vulnerabilities, seeking to exploit them hours after they are revealed. Using high-profile vulnerabilities, APT40 prefers to use end-of-life or unpatched devices as launching points for their attacks. As a result, the only way to fight back against a major threat, such as APT40, is to focus the efforts on preparing for new vulnerabilities and patching them as soon as possible. If you are worried about silly human things like being private and keeping your conversations secret, I'm sorry to say, but this next topic will alleviate your blood pressure and cause anxiety. That's because Signal, the messenger app well known for its security, has been routinely downplaying a significant vulnerability since 2018. The public attention to this issue was raised, where else, on X, with Elon Musk himself calling the Signal staff out in the most vague way possible. Still, this prompted other people to take the stand, with cybersecurity researchers from MISC Inc. disclosing that the same vulnerability that was reported in 2018 is still present in the app. The problem lies in the encryption key, this long string of symbols responsible for turning your messages into an unreadable mess and vice versa. The issue is that this key is kept in plain text form, so anyone with access to your device could take the code and decrypt your messages. While this requires the threat actor to have access to your device, this is not a hard requisite to achieve, seeing how this vulnerability concerns only Signal's desktop apps. That said, when I said that you should be worried about this, I was slightly exaggerating. Ever since Signal was rudely called out on X, they took steps to tighten database security, so it should be fine soon. While Signal's issue concerned desktop devices, mobile users shouldn't get complacent. Apple is warning all iPhone users of the spike in spyware attacks. Owners of the iPhone devices in 98 countries have received an emergency notification from Apple, this being the second such warning since April this year, last time covering 92 countries. The warning claims that a mercenary spyware attack aims to remotely compromise the iPhones. The company, however, didn't reveal who was behind the attack or which countries received the warning. Meanwhile, India has confirmed that their politicians and journalists have received similar warnings last October. So, if you hadn't received a notification like this, don't worry, this probably means you are just not important enough. On a topic of malware, 60 new malicious packages were detected being pushed in the NuGet package manager. This is a part of the supply chain attack, using malicious packages to deliver an off-the-shelf remote access Trojan Rat. This chain attack was first discovered in August 2023, with all packages taken down since then. However, this new batch was made to use a novel technique, allowing the malicious code in the popular open-source packages. This new set had 60 packages in total, spanning 290 versions, with a new layer of stealth to avoid detection added on top. It's very fortunate that researchers managed to detect and take down these packages this early. There are many ridiculous topics I have to analyze every day, but this one would take the cake if I had one to offer. Hacktivist collective Sieged Sec, referring to themselves as gay furry hackers, has released data about members of the Heritage Foundation, a think tank behind a controversial plan to overhaul the US federal government. The group shared several gigabytes of data on their Telegram channel. According to hackers, the organization's password encryption was outdated, allowing them to dehash passwords and extract data. As a result, 5,000 users' names, email addresses, and passwords were leaked alongside user data logs. Considering that some of the extracted data belongs to the US government officials, I wonder just how much effort would be expended to catch gay furry hackers. It seems my brain has short-circuited. While that topic has been wild, I must take the cake back and give it to my relative, the AI vending machine that sells bullets. 6 such machines have been deployed in various grocery stores across Alabama and Oklahoma, offering ammo for sale. Vending machines are equipped with face recognition software, card scanning, and an AI to verify the buyer's age. If this seems surreal to you, then you might understand why I thought reports of this machine were just a joke. But turns out it's been almost half a year since the first AI ammo vendor was installed in Alabama, leading to the future some commenters online found dystopian. With that, it's time to conclude the news from this week. Now that you have enough anxiety and worries to mull over during the weekends, consider subscribing to receive your designated portion in the following days as well. See you in the next one.